scrolling right now, because what you're about to see will blow your mind. It's 2025 and the world's power map is shifting fast. Armies, economies, influence, and at the heart of it, Catholic nations rising like never before. We're counting down the top 8 most powerful Catholic countries in the world, and #1, it's a titan you'd never suspect. A sleeping giant wielding faith like a weapon, and it's about to shake the planet. Guess who? Don't spoil it yet. Shout out in the comments, what country are you watching from? This is global, and I need you in on it. Forget dusty cathedrals. In 2025, Catholicism means raw, undeniable power. From historic empires to modern juggernauts, these nations command millions of faithful, billions in wealth, and clout that echoes across continents. But only 8 reign supreme, and by the time we hit #1, your jaws are gonna drop. Ready? Let's roll.
Before we delve in deeper, please take 5 seconds to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on similar videos. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Back to our discussion.
Number 8 on our countdown of the most powerful Catholic countries in 2025 is the Philippines. The script unveils a transformative 2025 Philippines where deep-rooted Catholic fervor, a booming economy, and an assertive military converge to redefine the nation's global standing. Over 85 million devout Catholics make faith the heartbeat of daily life, with vibrant fiestas and communal celebrations that electrify every street from bustling Manila to remote fishing villages. Simultaneously, the Philippines is emerging as an economic powerhouse, driven by dynamic industries such as manufacturing, tech, and exports. As cities like Manila and Cebu soar with modern infrastructure and relentless growth. Defending its sprawling archipelago of 7,000 islands and navigating the treacherous South China Sea, the nation is bolstering its military capabilities with advanced naval, air, and ground forces, signaling a readiness to assert its sovereignty. Intriguingly, the country's pre-Catholic traditions still whisper through its jungles and rivers, merging with modern faith to create a rich, mystical tapestry that enhances its cultural identity. Amid whispers of bold military maneuvers and secret deals, the Philippines stands on the brink of an even greater ascent, poised to not only maintain, but rapidly escalate its influence in a world that is watching every move with bated breath. Number 7 on our countdown of the most powerful Catholic countries in 2025 is Poland. Poland isn't just a place on the map, it's a fortress of faith, standing tall and unshaken in the heart of Europe. With over 85% of its 38 million people devoted to Catholicism, religion isn't fading here, it's a way of life. Church spires pierce the skyline, Sundays see packed pews, and holidays like Easter and Christmas transform the streets into breathtaking displays of devotion. This unshakable faith has been Poland's backbone for over 1,000 years, dating back to 966 when its king embraced Christianity. Through wars, invasions, and Soviet oppression, Catholicism became Poland's shield, with Pope John Paul II emerging as a global symbol of resilience. But Poland isn't stuck in the past. It's a major European player today. Its economy thrives, fueled by manufacturing, tech, and agriculture, while Warsaw's skyline climbs higher. Unlike many European nations drifting into secularism, Poland doubles down, enforcing laws rooted in Catholic values. Some call it stubborn, others call it bold. But one thing is certain, Poland refuses to blend in. That defiance makes waves. Poland's unwavering faith puts it at odds with its increasingly progressive European neighbors, sparking political clashes and internal debates. Younger generations challenge the country's rigid stance, yet the church remains deeply entrenched in national identity. Beyond faith, Poland's influence is growing. Missionaries spread Catholicism worldwide, its military stands battle-ready with tanks and jets, and its borders bristle with defenses, ever watchful of Russia's looming shadow. This is a nation where faith and force walk hand in hand, where morning prayers are followed by military drills. Rolling fields are dotted with wooden crosses, farmers pause to pray before work, and city streets hum with devotion. In 2025, Poland holds firm at number 7, but it's restless. Its economy is booming, its global presence is expanding, and its faith burns brighter than ever. Some say it's destined to climb even higher. Others sense cracks forming, tensions rising, a challenge brewing. And then the whispers start. A bold move, a confrontation, a shift that could send shockwaves through Europe. The bells are ringing, the storm is coming, and what happens next will change everything. But for now, brace yourself, because number 6 is about to flip the script. On number 6 on our countdown of the most powerful Catholic countries in 2025, we have Mexico. Mexico isn't just a land of tacos and sunshine, it's a Catholic titan pulsing with faith, culture, and economic muscle. With over 100 million Catholics, its devotion is loud, proud, and deeply woven into everyday life. Every Sunday, churches overflow as prayers echo through bustling streets, and festivals like the Day of the Dead explode with color, honoring both faith and ancestry. This isn't a nation where religion fades. It roars, blending centuries-old Catholicism with indigenous traditions, creating something uniquely Mexican. Since the Spanish brought Christianity in the 1500s, faith has weathered revolutions, government crackdowns, and social upheavals, standing firm like an unshakable tree. Today, the Virgin of Guadalupe watches over everything, her image found on murals, clothing, and even tattoos, a symbol of Mexico's undying spiritual core. But Mexico isn't just about devotion, it's a powerhouse on the rise. In 2025, its economy is surging, fueled by manufacturing, oil, agriculture, and global trade. Skyscrapers pierce the skyline of Mexico City, business booms and international deals with the U.S. and Canada rake in billions. Culture is Mexico's secret weapon. Its music, art, food, and traditions spread worldwide, carrying a Catholic essence that touches every corner. Yet, beneath the brilliance lies the battle. Mexico has fought for its faith, from the Cristero Rebellion of the 1920s, where believers clashed with an anti-religious government, to today's struggles against crime, corruption, and inequality. The Church remains a guiding force, offering hope, pushing for justice, and standing as a pillar amid the country's challenges. Faith here isn't just found in cathedrals. It's alive in market squares, whispered in nightly prayers, and etched into daily life. Mexico's influence extends far beyond its borders. Its Catholic roots stretch deep into Latin America and north into the U.S., where millions of immigrants keep traditions alive. But with power comes pressure. The nation's rise is undeniable, but shadows of poverty and cartel violence threaten its progress. Can faith alone hold Mexico together, or will its ambitions and struggles collide? One thing's clear, this country isn't content to sit still. With an unstoppable spirit and over 100 million believers driving its momentum, Mexico at number 6 is a force to be reckoned with. And as the world watches, one question lingers: how high can it climb? Hang on, because number 5's next, and it's about to blow the lid off everything. Number 5 on our countdown of the most powerful Catholic countries in 2025 is Spain. Spain isn't just a place of sun-soaked plazas and flamenco rhythms. It's a titan, forged in the fires of history, with a faith that still blazes and an influence that stretches across the globe. Catholicism isn't just a relic here. It's a force woven into the nation's fabric. About 60% of Spain's 47 million people claim the faith, but the real story lies beyond numbers. In every village, churches rise like giants, their bells echoing across rooftops. Holy Week is a spectacle, with processions flooding the streets, statues of saints swaying above velvet-clad crowds, and candles glowing against the night. This fire was lit centuries ago when Spain was more than a country. It was an empire. Kings and queens joined hands with the church, using faith as both shield and sword. They sent Columbus across the seas, planted crosses on new shores, and watched gold pour in as cathedrals soared. That golden age may be history, but its echoes still rumble through Spain's identity in 2025. Today, Spain is a force in Europe, its economy humming with industry, tourism, and trade. Madrid is a nerve center of power, Barcelona a beacon of culture, and Seville a bridge between old and new. Spain isn't riding on past glories. It's standing tall, a steady hand in the EU, and a cultural giant whose influence spans continents. Yet Spain's faith walks a tightrope between past and future. The church, once an iron grip on Spanish life, now faces a shifting tide. Younger generations slip from the pews, secularism pushes forward, and once-packed cathedrals now hold more tourists than worshipers. But Catholicism isn't retreating, it's adapting. The Camino de Santiago still draws pilgrims, ancient chapels still whisper stories, and religious festivals still erupt with energy. Spain's influence extends beyond its borders, its language uniting 500 million people, its missionaries spreading faith worldwide. But struggles test its core, emptying churches, cultural battles, and a modern world that questions old traditions. The land itself, with its towering mountains and sunlit fields, feels sacred, dotted with tiny shrines and whispered legends of miracles. Spain, in 2025, holds firm at number 5, a Catholic powerhouse reshaped but unbroken. The question now is whether it can hold its ground in a changing world, or if another Catholic titan is rising to take its place. Number 4 is next, and trust me, you won't see this one coming. Number 4 on our countdown of the most powerful Catholic countries in 2025 is Italy. Italy is more than just ruins and romance. It's the soul of Catholicism, home to the Vatican, and a force that still shapes the world. With 75% of its 59 million people tied to the church, faith here isn't just tradition. It's a living pulse, ringing from bell towers, glowing in festival lights, and rising in prayers from St. Peter's Square. This is where Christianity took root and spread across the globe, where popes once ruled like kings, and where the Vatican still commands spiritual authority over 1.3 billion Catholics. In 2025, that legacy remains unshaken. The Pope's voice cuts through modern noise, guiding the faithful, while Italy's churches, festivals, and religious traditions keep Catholicism deeply woven into the nation's identity. Yet, Italy isn't just faith. It's a powerhouse of culture, economy, and influence. Tourists flood its ancient cities, Milan sets global fashion trends, and Rome remains a political player in the European Union. Art, music, and traditions infused with Catholic roots continue to shape the world's perception of Italy. But challenges loom. Secularism is rising, younger generations are drifting from the church, and economic struggles persist. Still, Italy has always been a survivor. The Vatican adapts, the church remains a force for charity and justice, and Catholicism endures, bending but never breaking. In 2025, Italy stands strong at number 4 among the world's Catholic powerhouses. But with change in the air, the question remains. Can it hold its place, or is a challenger waiting to rise? Number 3 on our countdown of the most powerful Catholic countries in 2025 is Brazil. Brazil isn't just a land of beaches and rainforests. It's a Catholic powerhouse, home to the largest Catholic population on Earth and the dominant force in South America. With over 130 million believers, faith pulses through Brazil's streets, from the hills of Rio to the depths of the Amazon. Churches dot the landscape, from grand cathedrals to hidden jungle chapels, and faith isn't just practiced, it's celebrated. Carnival, Brazil's most famous festival, may be wild with dance and color, but at dawn, many kneel in prayer, their devotion as vibrant as their culture. Our Lady of Aparecida, Brazil's beloved saint, watches over it all, her shrine drawing millions of faithful each year. This blend of joy and belief isn't fading in 2025. It's roaring, a force as big as the nation itself. Beyond faith, Brazil is an economic titan, leading South America with its booming industries. From coffee and sugar fields to high-tech factories, it feeds, fuels, and connects the world. Cities like São Paulo and Brasilia hum with business, while Rio's Christ the Redeemer statue looms over a people who blend Catholic tradition with modern ambition. Yet, Brazil isn't without struggles. Poverty lingers, slums expand, and other religious movements rise, challenging Catholicism's dominance. The Amazon, a crucial part of Brazil's identity, faces threats from deforestation and greed, but the church fights back, standing with the poor, calling for justice, and keeping faith at the nation's core. In 2025, Brazil isn't just holding its place, it's leading the charge, a Catholic giant that shapes the world while standing tall as number 3 on the global stage. But if you thought Brazil was a powerhouse, wait until you see number 2. This next country takes faith, influence, and power to a whole new level. Are you ready? Number 2 on our countdown of the most powerful Catholic countries in 2025 is France. France isn't just the land of revolution, art, and philosophy. It's a Catholic titan, a nation that has shaped faith and power for centuries. Though only about 50% of its 67 million people identify as Catholic today, the legacy runs deeper than numbers. Grand cathedrals from Notre Dame to Mont Saint-Michel stand as testaments to a faith that has weathered wars, revolutions, and modern secularism. Festivals still echo with religious traditions, and even in a rapidly changing world, Catholicism remains woven into France's cultural and historical fabric. From Clovis's baptism in the 400s to Joan of Arc's divine mission, France didn't just embrace Catholicism, it forged its path. Missionaries spread its influence worldwide, and kings ruled with the church by their side. Even after the French Revolution attempted to sever those ties, faith endured. In 2025, the Catholic Church may no longer dominate political life, but it remains a quiet force, guiding moral debates and cultural traditions. Beyond faith, France stands tall as a global powerhouse. Its military is among the strongest, with nuclear capabilities, a permanent UN Security Council seat, and operations spanning Africa and beyond. Politically, it is a key player in the European Union, influencing decisions on war, diplomacy, and human rights. Its culture, from world-renowned art and fashion to literature and cuisine, carries Catholic threads in its stories, celebrations, and symbols. Yet, France faces tensions. Secularism reigns, church attendance declines, and new religions rise. The state keeps faith at a distance, yet Catholic charities, schools, and institutions still shape society. In 2025, France walks a fine line between modernity and tradition, adapting but never abandoning its roots. Ranked at number 2 among Catholic strongholds, France's legacy remains unshaken. Its faith, like its power, bends but never breaks. Here we are at number 1 on our countdown of the most powerful Catholic countries in 2025, the United States. The United States, Hollywood, skyscrapers, and Catholicism? Yes, you heard that right. While it might not be the first name that comes to mind, in 2025, the U.S. stands as a Catholic superpower, blending faith with sheer global dominance. With over 70 million Catholics, second only to Brazil, this isn't a side story. It's a movement, a force that shapes politics, culture, and influence worldwide. Catholicism in America isn't new. It arrived with French and Spanish missionaries in the 1600s, flourished with Irish and Italian immigrants in the 1800s, and faced resistance before breaking through. From burning convents to electing JFK, the church fought for its place and won. Today, it's a patchwork of grand cathedrals, suburban parishes, and lively Hispanic congregations, proving faith isn't fading, it's rising. Then there's power, unmatched, undeniable. The U.S. military leads the world with bases, fleets, and firepower that overshadow entire nations. Politics. Washington directs global trade, war, and diplomacy, with Catholic voices shaping Supreme Court decisions and policy debates. The culture game is just as strong. Movies, music, sports, and even social media echo with faith, whether subtly or boldly. Yet, challenges loom. Evangelicals grow, secularism spreads, and wealth gaps test the church's role. But adaptability defines American Catholicism. It feeds the poor, fights for justice, and finds ways to thrive. In 2025, the U.S. isn't just a Catholic nation, it's the Catholic Titan, blending belief with might. Unexpected? Maybe. Unstoppable? Absolutely. What's your take? Is faith still a global force, or is it fading fast? Tell me below and say where you're watching from. Let's see how far this journey's reached. If you love this ride, smash that like button. It helps tons. Subscribe now, hit the bell, and stick around. Next time, we're digging into something even wilder. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. This countdown took us across oceans, through history, into 2025's boldest corners. These countries aren't just names, they're powers, fueled by belief and grit. So, one last challenge: which nation's faith inspires you? Share it below. And let's keep this going. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Also, see you in the next one attached.